Well, I'm just going to start. For some reason, Facebook is being particularly annoying tonight and not letting me stream. Will not open up the go live button, no matter how many times I try. And I don't know why. So tonight, we're just going to go YouTube and Twitch. Annoyingly so. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started for the evening. Let's see what we got going tonight. Well, I know that I was working on, and I was hoping to get some of it done earlier today / this weekend, but this weekend's really been awesome and crazy this past weekend. Went to a wedding with a friend, had birthday at the Georgia Aquarium with my wife, and got to visit friends and family all weekend. It was phantasmic. Also, this tea is really good, not a sponsor. Lipton iced tea tropical with a splash of juice. It's delicious.
If anyone from Lipton ever watches, you should sponsor us because we've been drinking the crap out of it.
That's true. We have been drinking a lot of tea. This tea. So, all right, let's go ahead and open our most recent project, which is the Cirrus Silhouette. I still need to do the boots, it looks like, and the hands. The hands, yeah, okay. So let's work on those hands first. Just put them right there. That's fine. New layer. We'll call it hands. Let's zoom in. I think someone joined me in the Twitch. Oh, I got a couple viewers. That's cool. So I don't have my other computer up. I should probably get that up. I've been trying to get the stream going on Facebook, but it just doesn't seem to want to be working. So we'll go ahead and get Twitch up anyway so I can just keep an eye on the chat. Nothing ever happens on YouTube, so who knows? Maybe I'll go back to just streaming to Twitch. I was really hoping that Facebook would be a little bit more lucrative as far as, people, not money, but people actually watching. I get a couple people in and out, but Twitch people actually will stay a little bit. So, okay. So, anyway, we're working on first of all, getting Twitch up over here, and then working on the Cirrus Silhouette. Let me see here. Let's zoom in on them hands. Let's work on them hands. Alright. Super smaller. On that, we're going to go with the same color as the face. So let's get our... Well, I would do a dropper tool, but it's kind of confusing on here. I haven't figured it out quite yet. Yep, same color. Okay. And we'll just add this in here. One hand. I'm not sure what that beeping is. But yep, good to see you, Amanda. How have things been for you? Let's see here. Alright, so we got our hands. And I think I just have to do the boots and we're good to go. Just do it underneath the jeans layer right there. We'll call this one boots. And we'll just... I think they should be brown. But like a different color brown than the hat. Actually, no, it should be the same color as the hat, but different from the vest. Okay. So, that's this color. Yeah, maybe it does need more time. I don't know what the deal is as far as Facebook goes. Well, the thing is with the Facebook nonsense, you actually have to. Oh, I need to do the back of the coat too, but that's fine. I can do that. The annoying thing with Facebook, from what I've been able to ascertain in my couple times doing it, is you have to first of all set it up streaming to Joycaster and then broadcasting through Joycaster. But then on top of that, I'm not going to do this side bit here because I'm wanting it to be kind of a more normal boot and not these weird like pants over the boots. More of like an outer boot. But the annoying thing is that the what was I gonna say? Yeah, after you get it going on Joycaster, you actually have to go to Facebook still and set up a live video. But it has to connect to Joycaster, and so it's really annoying and confusing, quite honestly. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Little funky over here. I might mess with that part of the silhouette, but I need to get the jacket finish because I got to do the back of the jacket there. I'm gonna show you all a shortcut because the jacket's actually. Oh wait, the jacket's over the pants. I need to create a new one to make this trick work. So let's create underneath the jeans a layer called jacket back. And what we're going to actually do is just take our tool here, pick our coat color, our duster color, and I'm just going to color across here, down here, across here a little bit more carefully, back here, and then up. And I know I went over the boot. I can fix that in a little bit, but just kind of fill in there. And then there we go. I'm going to go ahead and fix the boot situation by just moving that there. There we go. Now there's just a little bit down here that I need to kind of fill in on the jacket back situation because the other layers are covering it, so that's not bad at all. Now I do need to, there's a little bit of black still sticking out on that one boot, so what I just need to do is just make this picture, the root picture, transparent. It's good to go. Other than I need to smooth it out. I'm going to actually bring it into my actual graphic before I smooth it out when I start putting together the actual cover for this book. Right now I'm just trying to get these silhouettes done and taken care of. So right now that one's finished. Let's see. But yeah, it is very confusing, Amanda. You're working on your King Arthur pieces. Very nice. And you said met someone on Goodreads, turned you on to the Thunderbirds series, and you got an idea for a Hardy Boys crossover. You are the crossover queen for a reason there, Amanda. Doing all kinds of stuff with that. Yeah, a couple of people lurking in the stream. That's always nice. Always nice. If you want to join in the chat, go right ahead. Amanda won't bite. She's super nice, super great mod. I appreciate her doing it when she can. It's really, been a lot of fun. But all right. So on the docket for tonight, out of that, I'm gonna leave this the way. I'll close out the image and just leave GIMP open. Let's go to my Google Keep to look at. Where is it? That one. And we did that one. Okay, we're going to edit the Great Phantasma. This is more of the super fun but generally boring parts of writing. And that is just editing your work, especially when it's not story edits. It's not any kind of editing that takes any brain power. It's just making sure everything is consistent and spelled correctly and all that nonsense. So right now I'm getting to my drive, and we'll go ahead and get working on editing The Great Phantasma. Why, if it isn't the person who runs the Fellowship and Fairy Dust Instagram, my wife, the lovely Casey Angelica Lang. How are you, my dear?
Good.
I don't know if they can see. Let's take a look at the Canberra. I don't want to open that. Course quit.
The birth week princess.
The Birth Week Princess?
Yeah.
What?
My birth week is not over yet. Because my birthday was on Friday, so.
Birthday. I thought you said birth week.
I did.
Oh, but okay. I thought that meant something else to do with birthing, because we have a 4-month-old daughter almost, and I'm like, what?
No.
I'm confused. Anyway,
No. It meant me. It meant it's my birth week still.
that's true. You had a good birthday. I told some of them about that. So, yep. But yep, Amanda's saying hi. It looks like with a smiley anyway, unless that was for me calling her the crossover queen, which she is. So, round the hat. Yep. You should put my hat on.
I have to do this first.
Oh, let the hair flow. Okay. Let's see here. All right, now it finally loaded. Let's get into... Wait, no, it's not in the library because I made a new document for the whole book. Okay, so that one's called Guardians of Atlanta novel. There goes the hat. Surprise, I actually have a head underneath. So, there you are, dear. Mm-hmm. She's a lot cuter than me. A lot more fun to look at. So, but yeah. So, thank you, darling.
No, we will have a 4-month-old on June 3rd.
4-month-old on June 3rd. Gotcha. Cool. She's been cranky and growing lately, and cranky about growing. Right?
Yeah.
Basically. All them growing pains.
Well, but, I mean, she's been actually speaking surprisingly well also.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, she has been doing well.
we did hijack her out of her normal environment for like 3 days.
True, we did. We did hijack her out of her normal routine, so.
And she spent going to a bunch of places and seeing a lot of people, and
Mm-hmm.
it could have been worse.
Yep, true.
I think she did great.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and copy the whole story. And then we're going to listen to it as we go and make changes as we go. Like you do. I think I am going to take out the page breaks and just keep everything together. I know most people are used to like page breaks between chapters, but mine are so short. And I think that it makes the book way more expensive in the end and wastes a lot of paper. And so I think I'm going to put them back together as far as the page breaks go here eventually. I'll probably do that on a quick pass after I finish editing everything. We're just going to edit The Great Phantasma tonight, which is book 2 or episode 2, whatever you want to call it, in season 1. And we'll go from there. That's what I'll do for tonight. And I do have a bonus poem in this one. I only have a bonus poem for the first 2, it appears. So, okay. There we go. Copy. Let's go to my text-to-speech reader. Amanda said the hat looks good on you, Casey. Amanda said the hat looks good on you. Mm-hmm. Maybe we just need to be the Top Hat twins. Yeah, but you know what I mean. She said, but we're married. Twins aren't married. You know what I mean. Mm-hmm.
The Great Phantasma by Joshua David Ling and Dash. One sleight of hand. The last time we left Cyrus Jones, she was
Cirrus.
given a proposition over the phone. That strange Gemma H had a mission for
It's
Cy,
Mr. H, but yeah.
a mission that required a local spy. And so she went to a traveling carnival. Uncle Andy's by name it was known. It stopped in Alpharetta every year. But since Cyrus was little, it had grown. She followed her instructions to a T. Yes, she knew exactly where she was supposed to be. The magic tent, with Bobby Carter. The crowds were crowding, getting hotter and hotter. The Whiz-Kid, the Great One, these were his names. He seemed addicted to large crowds, fortune and fame. And with his entire act, Cyrus was impressed. From his magic tricks to his purple pin-striped vest. This is just a sleight of hand. No abracadabra, pow, or shazam. Let me get your attention over here. 1, 2, 3, now you may cheer. The crowd's energy had reached a fever pitch. Cyrus was blown away by his fancy tricks. This charismatic creature was some enigma. But Cyrus couldn't shake that lingering stigma. She was here to find out his alleged eyes. To Philip Keller and his strange machines that fly. But that didn't stop her applause, oh no. And soon enough, it was the end of his show. He puffed with pride and took a bow. And just like that, he bid them ciao. He slipped out back as music played. And Cyrus gave chase as thoughts on her mind weighed. Could this be it? Her answer finally? Who helped kill Connor and wreck her family? There was one way to find out, follow that Mage.
Mage.
Then maybe in her life, Cyrus could turn a page. This is just a sleight of hand. No abracadabra, pow, or shazam. Let me get your attention over here. 1, 2, 3, now you may cheer. And dash.
Okay, that was good. I just need to do the capitalizations again. I'm not going to have to do that on all these stories, I don't think. But in my early ones, I didn't capitalize all the beginnings of the lines, so it got confusing. Let's see here. Let's get the... And there aren't as many in this one, it appears, as there were in Cyclone Jones, but... All right. Man behind the magic. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit play again.
And dash. To the man behind the magic. After the tantalizing magic show, Cyrus followed Bobby through the crowds. He went around a corner, and when Cyrus came around, he looked puffed up, strong, and proud. He said, "What a show, wasn't it, Mom? I'm a master of my art." Cyrus said, "Yes, you are, Bobby Carter. I don't even know where to start." He said, "Start by not following me anymore. My show is over. Take a hike, stop being a bore. Who's that man behind the magic? What is his game? Is it fun or is he up to something much more grave?" Cyrus said, "What's your connection to Stone Mountain?" He said, "Oh, that chunk of rock. I have no connection there or here. The road is my home, and I am done with talk. Cyrus said, "Wait." And Bobby said, "I'm sorry, but all questions must be submitted in writing. However, the president of this carnival will not be fighting. Go talk to James Rigger, he'll tell you the information you need. Now go." Shoo. Cyrus walked off, more suspicious of Bobby than ever before. Who's that man behind the magic? What is his game? Is it fun or is he up to something much more grave? And dash.
All right, let me do the capitalizations on that one. Once again, no major issues. All right, next one. And by the way, for anyone who gets triggered by sexual advances, not even sexual advances, but just kind of lewd stuff, my villain is somewhat lewd in the next, and yes, he's the villain. I think it's very obvious. The next issue. So just a fair warning. Here we go.
And dash. 3. Uncle Andy's Amazing Carnival. This poem is from the perspective of Uncle Andy, aka James Rigger. What a pretty girl, what a pretty girl. Strut in right up to my trailer, please. What a pretty girl, what a pretty girl. Strut in right up in them cut-off jeans. She's the kind that up and start wars. She's the kind that men would die for. I guess that I should open my door, 'cause she's the kind that men would die for. "Hello, my dear," I said to her meekly. "What brings you to my humble abode?" "I've come to talk," she said sweetly, "about Stone Mountain, down the road. It's been shut down for several months. An entire historical landmark. I was told by sources to ask Uncle Andy. Please tell me where I should start. What a pretty girl, what a pretty girl. Moving those lips with candy sheen. What a pretty girl, what a pretty girl. Up close she's prettier than you've ever seen. She's the kind that up and start wars. She's the kind that men would die for. She makes other girls look like a bore. 'Cause she's the kind that men would die for. Uncle Andy is how I'm currently known. I began slowly to start. The previous owner passed away. And girl, did it break my heart. So I haven't been in charge for too long. But a connection? I have some doubts. If anyone around here would know anything. But my Jemima would know all about.
Madam Jemima.
That pretty little girl nodded and went on her way. And I couldn't wait to see her again. And dash.
Once again, somewhat tame, but it's triggers some people. So, anyway, here we go. Doing my couple capitalization changes, nothing major. That'll work. Next, the lights of Madam Jemima.
For the lights of Madam Jemima. Cyrus left Uncle Andy's trailer. Not much said and not much gained. But one lead led her to Madam Jemima. She determined this talk would not be in vain. She had her suspicions about Uncle Andy. but none of them could be proved. The purple tent was just up yonder, and Cyrus's wool would not be moved. The lights of Jemima glittered inside of her purple tent, but Cyrus was not a quitter. No, she was persistent. Once inside, Cyrus coughed. The smell of incense was strong, but soft. The rest you'd think would be cliché. A wise old woman warmed by decay. But no, instead, a young black woman sat there by her table humming. "Welcome," she said with a hushed tone. "Welcome to Cyrus, the human cyclone." The lights of Jemima glittered inside of her purple tent. But Cyrus was not a quitter. No, she was persistent. "Cyrus, how did you?" "Jemima, know your name. I've done this for years. By now it's a game. You come seeking revenge for one that was lost. You want information, but at what cost? Cyrus, this carnival, it's on edge. It's all but ready to fall. No one can be trusted. No, not one. But soon you must make a call. The mysterious or the suspicious. One you've met and one you've missed. In a circus act, you must hit your cues. Now go, I have paying customers, shoo." The lights of Jemima glittered inside of her purple tent. But Cyrus was not a quitter. No, she was persistent. Cyrus began to protest, but then out of the corner of her eye, she saw a shadowy figure atop one of the tents. And dash.
Okay, let's go through. And I think I'm only going to do half this story tonight, because this gets very, very boring for the viewer. I think over a period of time, especially when I'm just making capitalization fixes. I have some more graphical stuff that I want to do and some stuff that I want to research and try. So we can play with that a little bit. I'm hoping that I might be able to use OBS to create sort of an editable cartoon. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense from concept level, but you'll see what I'm kind of getting at here in a few. Why did I do that? Okay. Oh, and I don't need that to be capitalized because it's all part of one sentence. That's prose there, technically. Okay. And we'll do purple shadows, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Here we go. Purple shadows.
5 purple shadows. Shadows flow in the darkness, creeping inside my head. Shadows, they all surround me, filling my heart with dread. Silence, it is oppressive. Noises, they shake my bones. Fear grips with awesome power, even a strong cyclone. A misty, purple-black shadow beckons Cyrus, cold and slow. "Come with me," said a voice she heard. "Come with me and hear the word." The voice she caught was in her brain. It made Cyrus feel like she was insane. But refusing didn't even cross her mind. When it came to prudence, she was now blind. She chased it to an old funhouse and followed the shadow inside. Then she heard that voice again. It said, "Get ready for the ride of your life." Before her eyes she saw the scene, just as if it was on a screen. James Rigger standing with a scythe, hacking and slashing with all his might. James Rigger's eye was at an all-time high, swinging his scythe right through the sky, tearing into circus performers, committing acts of unspeakable murder. But Cyrus snapped out of her vision, just in time to see James grin. He swung his scythe, but the shadow blocked.
Whoops, sorry.
Then Cyrus blacked out from pure shock. Shadows flow in the darkness, creeping inside my head. Shadows, they all surround me, filling my heart with dread. Silence, it is oppressive. Noises, they shake my bones.
Fear grips with awesome power, even a strong cyclone. Anyway, go ahead and get the capitalization changes made, and then we'll move on to the next thing. That works. Okay. All right. We'll make sure all changes saved. Yep, there we go. Good to go, good to go, good to go. Let's mark that off for right now. All right. I want to move this one here. I'm going to take some anime eyes, and I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to open my mermaid cover. Maybe just my mermaid. There we go. I'm going to try to put some anime eyes on her, as well as try and figure out a nose and a mouth and see if it looks like anything. I may have to change the whole white skin to another color to really make it work, but I want to try. Let's see what we can do. And of course I have to get different perspectives to really make this work probably. But this one's not bad. I may have to make it actually white. It's kind of an off-white, but that's easily done. I'm going to try this one. Let's open image in new tab. Anime nose. Nose and mouth situation. Alright, let's look at the perspective of her. What we've got going on. She's up, she's sticking her face out a little bit. Really almost anyone would kind of work because it's going to be sort of to the side of her face. I just gotta see. I can go with that. This one here, I think. I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's open a new tab. Let's go with the eyes first. Download. Let's put that in the files. Now let's open this in. I want to open it in GIMP. What's it called again? 550 pixels, okay. Volumes, files. And if I can get this to actually look good, I can create some very simple animations that could very, very easily be used in a story. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go to color, edit. No, color, hue, saturation. Let's lightness. No, that's not going to do it. Alright, I need to brightness, contrast maybe? There's going to be some level that'll get rid of the color. Let's try colorize and then reverse colorizing. No, that won't do it. How would I do this? I used to know how to do this. Let's do brightness, contrast. Nope. Color balance. Maybe this will work. If I can just make it black and white. Grayscale. Let me see if there's a grayscale. Mode. Grayscale. There. And then save that as an actual other picture. Export as, rather. Anime I1. Cool enough. And then let's see what we can do with it. New layer. Edit layer. Right. Let's do left eye first. Left eye. Zoom way in. Let's try. Well, it's going to be huge, first of all, but then I can change the size. So let me zoom out and then size. Let's try 30. Didn't do it correctly. Okay, try again. Okay. That's a lot closer. Maybe just a touch smaller. Let's try 24 by whatever. There we go. That's more like it. It's very faint. I wonder if I could bump up the sharpness somehow. Well, for right now, let's just rotate. Just so she's looking up. And let's try and put it over there. Looks a little bluer for some reason. The white balance isn't quite right. But I might be able to trace that eye and make it work. Tiny pencil. Let's go black. Which I might as well have drew an eye at this point, I'm realizing. But, okay, Sarah. Let's go with white. Let's do this. Not easy to do. But if I have something to trace, maybe it'll work out. So usually when I have something to trace, it ends up working. So almost there. I probably could have done it a little quicker than this, and it still doesn't look great. Because I softened everything, really I should just have the black. Well, let's delete this. Okay. Let me try drawing some eyes. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm not good at this. The silhouettes were to make things easier for posing because I'm not good at drawing poses. Let's just draw some eyebrows. Oh, I need black. Black as night. Okay. Do more cartoony eyes. It's too much black, not enough white. As compared to the other eye, I mean. Oh. Back to black. That looks creepy. I dislike that immensely. Okay. Well, that failed. I dislike that. Okay, well, I might keep the whole faceless thing going for a little while, or try and trace actual features, which sounds really daunting. I think that tracing detail just, makes it crazy weird. So, I may still do the animation thing. Basically, I can pull this in and just kind of show you what I'm looking at doing. Let's just do this just to give you an idea. Actually, I don't even really need to do that. Let's do this. So we're going to go to OBS here. I'm actually going to mute my screen just to show you this. Well, actually, first of all, I'll show you this part. I'm going to add a new image, and it's going to be mermaid. We're going to come in here. We're going to find that mermaid picture that I have floating around. Haha, mermaid's floating around. Let me find it. Where's my mermaid? Huh. It appears to not be there, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay, I didn't export it properly. Okay, so I'm just gonna export this as is. Not as a JPEG. I need a PNG. PNGs do transparencies, and that's exactly what I need. There we go. Now we'll come back to OBS. We're going to come back to files, look for mermaid. And it didn't save there. Did I save it elsewhere? Documents, perhaps? Where did I save it? File. Export as. Where did it go? Rhyming Little Mermaid. Oh, in word art. That's odd. Okay. Alright, well, let's just... Files. Word art. Shouldn't technically be in here, but there we go. All right, so we've got the mermaid here, and I'm gonna mute my screen so you can see what I'm doing, what the way this would work. In theory, I'm just gonna kind of demonstrate this a little bit, and you can use your imagination for the rest. Window capture. No, not window capture. I need to clean this up. Display capture. Okay. So the idea would be that I use my mouse to move it around said screen. I would have several different images of different poses of like levels to which she's moving, and I can move her from here to here like this, and then change it, and then move her again, etc. And each time I'm actually like changing it or pausing, etc., I actually take the video, I record the video of the whole animation process, and obviously I would not be in the box over here, and there wouldn't be the little guy down there in the corner, the little spinny. But the idea is that I would move these through, and every time I would pause, I would actually cut that out using a video editor in the final edit, and thus create an animation, and sort of more like digital puppetry than, you know, actual keyframe animation with like bones and stuff. I can do that, but I'm not good at creating the skeletons necessary to have movable, animatable characters, and just creating those characters is not easy. I'd much prefer like to draw them a certain way and then draw them in the next pose. It's much more like, you know, limited animation, anime sort of a thing. So what we'll do is we'll mute our mermaid and get back to the display capture. There we go. Into the tunnel of doom again. And so we'll see how it goes. I can also animate on the backgrounds that way very directly and see how things move from there. So the next thing on the list was to work on the Phantasma silhouette. I'm going to work on it a little bit, but we're getting close to our ending time. Let's find our pose first. Let's look up magicians and see what kind of cool magician-y poses with top hats that we can find, because the great Phantasma most certainly wears a top hat. So, ooh, that one looks pretty cool, but I'm looking for a full body pose. That is ridiculous. That's not a bad pose. In fact, I kind of like that his other hand is like hiding. It's very magician-y. Let's open this one in a new tab and see it bigger. Yes. I mean, he looks like an idiot, but you're not going to see that in a silhouette. So, I also kind of like the glove. I may keep the glove. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I like this pose. We'll go ahead and save this. We'll just save it as that. That's fine. I'm going to eventually clean up my files one of these days. But for now, we'll go in, we'll close these out. File, open. Let's open up our magician. Our magician, as the French say. I don't know. Where's my magician? There he is. Open. And we'll go ahead and get started on maybe a layer or two. We'll call this one hat. And we'll just start working on the hat. So we're going to go with a purple. So what kind of purple? That is the question. I think it's something right around there. Nice rich purple. Now let's go up to the hat. I can even do pinstripes with him. I just realized that. So that's going to be interesting, trying to figure out a pinstriped pattern. I may make the hat a little bit shorter too. The hat's kind of ridiculous now that I look at it. let's cut the hat off. I'm gonna do this with the actual image too. I'm gonna move his hat just straight down, just to make it less insane. Yeah, okay. Let's cut that and bring it back up as that. Let's move it down. That's much better. It's a little off there, but it won't really show with the silhouette, so I'm really not too worried about it. I want it to merge into the other layer. Let's do to new layer. Move that down and then merge it. That's much better. Yes, okay. All right, let's work on the purple of the hat. Hat, it has corners. Corners has hat. I'm realizing more and more I don't have to be so exact when I'm actually tracing, because I can always edit it later because they're silhouettes. And that's the beauty of them. Tracing, tracing. All right, and now let's fill this in. Very nice, very nice. We have a purple hat. Okay. We may end up stopping there for the evening. I'm going to save this. And while I'm saving it, you can find all of my stories for free to read on rhymeandspace.com. Well, most of them. There are a few that are under a weird kind of pay window that I set up with Patreon, which I'm kind of regretting, but it's only a couple of them. I'm figuring out what I want to do with that. But you can go over there, check it out. Also, follow me, Facebook, Twitter. Everything now is Joshua David Ling, so I'm very easy to find. And support me on Patreon if you would like. I'm working toward building that and building these books so that you can hopefully either purchase them or join up with Patreon to receive the books whenever they come out for nothing, no cost to you, just for donating to us at a certain level. So that is wonderful, and we really appreciate that. Anyway, like I said, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'm just going to save this as Phantasma, and we will get back to this next time. Hopefully Facebook will be working again, and I can be back on Facebook Live. But for tonight, I think that's going to do it. Thank you to Amanda and the Lurkers. That sounds like a great band, Amanda and the Lurkers. And we'll be playing again here tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, same time. So we'll see you then.